Hello everybody, Larry here, and I will continue with my update on the FPR Flex nibs. I'm not going to be talking about the pen, just the nib, and show you how the pen writes and see what you think about it. So let's go down with the Trevine FPR Trevine Ebonite. Beautiful pen, affordable, around 44 bucks. And in this pen I have a two-tone Ultra Flex nib. This is the big hunk of the Ultra Flex right here, and you can tell the difference between the FPR Flex and the Ultra Flex. Look at the wing cut span on that nib right here. Beautiful wing cut, love it. And this is the standard Flex, which I've done a review on this, and this did a great job as well. So, and the next one I will be doing also comparing is the Himalaya. Your standard Himalaya. This is my newest one. If Kevin has any other new pens, I don't have any. This is what I have, so this is what I'll show. And the Himalayas are around 29 bucks. But when you go gold, baby, then you're going to pay a little more. So you're stepping up to the plate, and you're going to pay $129 for this pen, which I bought. Was not given to me, bought. And this is a Fountain Pen Revolution 14K Gold Flex nib. And I'll show you the difference right here. Here is the Ultra Flex steel nib and the FPR 14K gold nib. This one does not have the wing cut out, or the wingspan, however you want to put it for yourself. But this is a gold nib, this is steel nib. But they write incredibly well. So let's go ahead and do some writing with the Trevine FPR and see how she writes. I inked it up about an hour ago this morning, and let's get her writing and see how she holds up. And the ink I'm using, for those interested, is Diamond Pumpkin, since it's Halloween season, right? Alright, so far I had no problems whatsoever with the nib. It is writing the way you should write. No skips, good ink flow. So here's with no pressure. Nice and wet. Like a wet nib, this will do the trick. No pressure. Now we're going to give it some pressure right there. Look at that flex right there. Now you've got to give it this. This nib really does some serious flexing. So here we go. And I was doing that pretty fast. On that downstroke. Alright, so this is the Ultraflex nib for, I believe, what, 19 bucks? Not a bad nib. So, if you do a lot of flexing, what I found out with this pen, though, to be heads up with it, this pen will really use the ink up. So I want to give you a heads up. You'll have to prime the feed. Depends how much you flex. As you saw how much I flexed right here, the nib and feed did very well, no problem. But if you do a lot of flexing, then you probably will need to feed the nib a little juice here. So prime it. But also you can use this pen as an eyedropper. There's no metal parts in here, just a little silicone grease, and bam, you're off to go. And it will hold some ink. So there. That's one. Alright. Now, here we go. Alright. Now this is the FPR 14K number 6 gold flex, and that was my fault right there. That was my fault. Flex nib. So when you step up to a flex nib, this nib runs you $129. Still a great price for a gold nib.
Now, is that the price for the nib itself or the pen and the nib?
Pen for the nib itself. For the nib itself. I think the and the Himalaya would cost around 29 bucks. So you're looking at what, 150, somewhere in there? 160. So again, I'm using the diamine. I'm not going to flex, because you can use it either way. Really nice. Ink. Now this is with no pressure. Now here's with pressure. Look at that. Alright. On that downstroke, that's where I'm getting that flexed at. And I haven't used these pens since I inked them up this morning. It's 10:21 now. I probably inked them up about 9 a.m. So, that's what you get with that. Now, let's compare both nibs. Here's the gold nib. And here is the FPR Ultra Flex. This is with pressure. I'm flexing right here. Too much? Alright. There we go. And again, flexing with the gold nib. So you get some really nice riding or flexing with the FPR nibs. Great value for these pins. Now here's another Himalaya with a steel flex nib that I did the video on previously. So I just want to show you again nib comparison. And this pin has been sitting on my table for about 3 days, 2 days. I haven't used it, so here we go. And it's starting to railroad. Now it's getting fine. It's getting ink back into it. Little railroad. So when it does that, let me check the ink in it. It's got a little bit of ink left. And that's, you have to prime it. And that's one of the problems that I had. I mean, the nib wrote perfectly. What I was meaning for, that I had to just fill the feed because I haven't used it in a while. But look at this. This is a sweet FPR nib. Railroad a few times there, but when you go a little bit too fast and you're low on ink, you need to be careful. So I need to start, you know, watching how much ink is in my converter. I've used this pen, oh, I don't know, a couple of 3 weeks. Sweet, it's a sweet nib, sweet pen. So there you have it. All 3 nibs. The FPR 14K number 6 Go Flex nib, and the FPR two-tone number 6 Ultra Flex Steel nib. And here you go with the last but not least, the FPR steel nib. And I believe this is a number 5. Yeah. So, in the ink today, my host was Beautiful Diamond Pumpkin, celebrating the month of Halloween. And all my little friends will come in because they all love Halloween, because this is what we do, Halloween. So my friends, until later, be safe. I hope this video has helped you with your decisions on whether or not to purchase a flex nib. Also, always think about price. If you're asking me, Larry, which flex nib should I get? I'm new with flex nibs, because I'm going to get those questions. So, you know, I would start with just a simple FPR steel number 5 nib. The friction fit, if you already have a Himalaya, you can just stick it in there. If not, just get yourself a Himalaya or whatever pin and get a number 5 steel flex nib. And they're only, I don't know, they're under $10. I'm not sure, somewhere in there. But, you know, the Ultra Flex Steel nib is a killer. It really is. For $19, and of course, the FPR newest edition that they have now is the 14K Go Flex nib number 6 for $129. That's just nibs. We're just talking nibs. We're not talking anything else. Alright folks, I'll leave you today. Be safe, my friends. Take care. And remember, last but not least, don't text and drive. Bye-bye. Peace out.